Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we are on the road today. I am just about to head out of my driveway. It is about 9:01, so I am a few minutes behind. I am on my way to Goodwill and then who knows where. I am in just a treasure hunting mood. So hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get on the road. Let's see what we can find to flip for a profit. So as you might have caught a glimpse of my cart, I already started filling it with clothing and shoes the minute I got in the door, and then said, oh, I gotta turn the camera on. So my cart is probably a third of the way filled, and hopefully I will remember to show those items in a clothing haul. Now we are starting down, I think this is supposed to be the green aisle. Here I'm looking at a vintage ashtray. I always have a hard time saying that. And I was gonna think about it for a while, but I figured I would be putting it back. Here I'm showing you a pair of boots. I have never found this brand before, Pajar, but they are $13, so I'm gonna have to think about that. I really don't wanna start losing concept of how much to pay for things. There I have a pair of Ugg boots, and a pair of men's, I call them comfort sneakers, and some clothing underneath. These were just 3 little rice bowls. Most times I won't pick them up unless it's a name that I recognize, but I always take a look. I wasn't quite sure what these were. I'm guessing coasters. And while that little emblem looked familiar, I wasn't sure what that was. I thought somebody might want this dish, but I do wind up putting it back, and right after me, a woman put it in her cart, so I was glad that she was happy to find it. This little figurine, see the way her hair is painted over her ears? Even though it says Japan and it is true vintage, I don't pick up everything that is vintage, marked Japan. It was sweet, but I thought the quality was just not there. I think I have shipped 1 snow globe in my whole time on eBay. And I worried about it the whole time, so I just shook that up for you guys so you could see what it was like, but I had no intention of shipping a snow globe. The linen racks are right near the hard goods, so if the hard goods aisles become crowded, I pop over to linens to take a look. I did like the pattern of those drapes. I believe they were just JCPenney home. But that Moroccan tile print, I think, is a good print to keep your eye open for. Here I'm spotting a beautiful magnolia print pillowcase. I do really well with pillowcases. Recently, I sold the pillowcases I picked up, forgetting the name of them. I'll put them on the screen, and I believe I got $56 for 2, and I had 2 sets. So I made $100 on pillowcases I paid $2.50 for. So here I'm just looking for the label, but already I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy this. So here I'm searching, and I think I do wind up finding it. I always want to show you guys the label. So this is Williamsburg, and I have bought that brand before. It does very well in my store. And I'm opening it up just to show you how beautiful these are. So I believe I paid $2.50 for the 2 because they were on 1 hanger. That's how my store does it. And I'm not quite sure what I'll get for those, but I'll report back. Here I'm showing that Moroccan tile print. I don't know if that's what that's called, but that might have been a mistake not to pick up. Again, more drapes. I think these were also JCPenney. I have to start to look at JCPenney and see how the comps are. I was hoping these next pillow shams were Ralph Lauren. I think they were pillow shams. This might have been a curtain. Yep, it's a curtain topper. And it was not, it was Waverly Home Classic. I'm not quite sure why I didn't pick those up. I think because the red carts were coming out and it was distracting me. So we are back over to hard goods. Now in this store, the end caps are what wind up receiving everybody's throwbacks. So because we have a lot of resellers in the store shopping at any given time, every time I go in there are a ton of resellers in this store, a lot of times they're putting their cast-offs, I'm going to call it, on the end cap. And I feel like because we all look for different things, sometimes I can find a good amount of items. This is just a little genuine leather belt clip, and I think it's meant for a phone, but I thought, I don't know, I was kind of feeling that, and I put that in my cart. I don't know that you really have to have that phone that fits in that little case, but I thought that was a good price for it. Here we are going down the white aisle. I really liked the look of this little pitcher or creamer, but you can see it has quite a chip. A lot of times these little pieces of china or bone china don't bring a lot of money, but I do look at the pattern and at the design of what's on it, you know, the print, and judge from there. Most times, though, I'm not going to sell something like that for more than $10. Now in this Goodwill, because there are so many resellers, the majority of items that you're really going to get that are good are coming out new on the carts. So they do have rules for that you can look over the carts, you know, through the carts, but you have to be away from the back doors. You know, they have a set of rules that we all have to follow. And we're all really respectful to one another. It's rare that somebody is not following the rules. So we all work really well together, and we all look for different items. We all have our niches. So while I don't pick up a lot of electronics, I will take something if there is another reseller in the store that I know loves electronics. We all kind of do that for each other. Here, this is catching my attention. I believe these are student art photographs, I'm going to call it. So these are made by students who are in some sort of photography program. I thought this one was interesting. And while I realize I'm probably not going to buy these, I like to take a look at them. So these are from the Antonelli Institute, and it was a print competition, and that was the entry form. So I thought that was very interesting. Maybe students that didn't come pick up, you know, their entry, and they got donated. Now, if I had found a really good photograph, I probably would have purchased it even though it was a student piece, just like with any kind of sculpture or artwork. Here is a little set of vintage mugs. I have bought that brand before. I'm not quite sure who they are, the ones with mushrooms on them. They don't fly out of my store, but I still pick them up if I find like 4 of them. Just some patterns. Now this was a pretty scrappy day, I have to say. So while I did find, you know, a fair amount of things, I was having a little bit of a rough time filling my cart. Here are 2 prints, I believe. SLG, I don't know who that is. Artwork basically is a slow mover for me. Okay, here is a single mug, and yep, I'm buying it. Do you know why I'm buying it? Because my granddaughter Tima gave me the same mug for, I think it was my birthday last year, and it's become my favorite mug. I get very happy when it's clean, and I get to use it, so I'm like, I'm buying a second one of these. It's just the perfect cup for me. And a good coffee cup is very important in life, I have found. This little quiche or a tart pan. Okay, so this is Homeco. We've decided it is said Homeco, so that's how I'm going to say it. And I thought this was quite good for Homeco, but at this point, I'm trying not to pick up too many cat figurines. I was kind of hoping that was real candy. I have a real sweet tooth. Not that I would have eaten it out of the jar, but I wanted it to be real candy. It was not. It was, I think they were erasers, actually. So as you can see, the store is in shambles. I loved the design on these. This is 222 Fifth, which I do run a comp on them, and there's not a really high resale value. Deep Sea, these are called. If I had a beach house, I would have taken those, but I don't have a beach house yet, so there's that. I think this is Bohème. I think that's how we're saying it. And these plates were gorgeous. Look at the print on these. I was so tempted to pick these up. There were two of them. I think one had a really minuscule chip on the back. It might have been that one right there. And the second one was just as lovely. $4 a piece. I thought was a good price, but I wind up not picking these up. I did run comps, and I didn't feel like they had a good sell-through rate. That could have been a mistake on my part, but I just wasn't feeling them. So I do leave those behind. I'm hoping somebody got those and really appreciated them. I thought the table tennis might have been a good choice if it was new. It wound up that that box was open, and it looks like people had played with it. Okay, how cute are these little shoes? Boy, am I getting old. Little cute things catch my attention. So these are the red carts that get rolled out, if you caught a glimpse of those. I think I've shown those before. And that is not my cart there. Hopefully we get to my cart. And hopefully I'll remember to show you what was in the cart. I'll be sure to do a haul of what I found this day's shopping. It's just made in Japan. Look like a German mug made in Japan. Okay, so that is my cart there. And as you can see, I still have the boots, which I wound up putting back. I just felt they were too high. Although that P-A-J-A-R, Pajar, that seemed to be a good brand, and I had never heard of that before, so I love learning new brands. There's a little box that was missing one of its feet, and I wasn't sure what that symbol was for. There's a little flower frog. You put those in the bottom of a vase and it holds your stems up straight. So here I'm just going to end this part of the video with a still shot of what my cart looked like as I wheeled it up to the counter. Today is Monday, so I got 15% off. And anything that is really interesting in the cart, I will try to include in a haul that's coming up. Next, we are going on to talk about the auction I went to right after this store, and I bought things that will not be easy to ship, which is so like me, but things were gorgeous and I think I did really well. So stay tuned for the next part of this video where I go to an auction and do a haul, kind of a haul, to show you what auction items I won.
Yeah, we'll call it tray one. It's got coin, silver, spoons, and sterling servers on there. What do you got? $100, $50, $20, $30, you get 30, what do you get 30, what do you get 30, what do you get 40, you get 50, you get 50, what do you get 60, John? $70, you get 70, 80, what do you get 80, what do you get 90, 90, 90, what do you got? $100 bid, 100, anybody want to give a 190 bid, 190 bid, 190, 110, 110, what do you get 120, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 150 here, 160, 150, number 28. $50, $50, we get 20, 30, 20, when you get $30, you get 30, 20, when you get $30, then when you get 30, last call, string of pearls, 30, 20, when you get 30, when you get 30, when you get 20, when you get $30, then when you get 30, when you get 30, last call, when you get 30, $20 inside on the bid, 818.
Okay, so it is the next morning. It is Tuesday morning, and yesterday I did go to Goodwill and I did okay there. I was not really feeling it. I did get about a cartload, and at that point I was probably at, I'm gonna say 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I thought, I'm not really feeling this. The day was okay, but it was kind of like so-so, kind of like meh. So what I did was decide to go someplace where I felt like excited about. So my mind searched for where can I go to drop a little bit of money. Sometimes I'll do that without researching or without anything. I just get in the car and go to shake things up. And boy, did I shake things up. I realized yesterday was the auction, and I realized this probably about a half hour before the auction started. So I jumped in my car from Goodwill and went straight over to the auction, ate my salad in the car on the way there, I know. And I got there and did not do any research. The one rule that I did follow for myself was, okay, set a money limit that you won't go over. So I do have to have 1 or 2 rules in place when I do this, and the rule was not to spend more than $1,000. So I got to the auction and took a quick look around. Yep, no comps, no nothing, and the auction started and I jumped into the bidding. So behind me on the table, most of this is auction stuff. I think I did really well, but leave a comment down below on how you think I did, if you think I spent too much, or if you think I'll get my money back out. Now, I did pick up one really big thing. I know I can't stop picking up big stuff, but it is gorgeous and I fell in love and I was going to make it mine. And it is a huge stained glass window. Just gorgeous, antique for sure. And I will try to put a couple of screenshots in here, or maybe I'll video it a little bit. Right now it is out in my garage and it has to be cleaned up. I might even scrape the frame and paint it. Yep, that's how much I love this thing, but I will be flipping it on Facebook Marketplace. So having made the change from buying big items and selling them and having to pack them on eBay, Facebook Marketplace local pickup has been terrific. So while I am still moving a little bit, little by little steps in the direction of not picking up big items, yeah, it's going to take a little challenge for me not to do that when I find something I'm excited about. All right, let's turn the camera around. I'm just going to do it this way and show you the table, because a lot of these items are too big for me to stand back and hold them up. But all right, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's see what I bought yesterday at Goodwill and the auction. Okay, so here is a shot of the table, and down below beneath the table, like I said, most of this is auction. I'm going to say 2/3 of the table, and we have Goodwill on this side. And I also have a rack of clothing in the back room that is pretty normal. I do have a pair of Johnny Was shorts and a Tommy Hilfiger jacket. I'm a little bit excited. But for now, let's take a look at the auction finds and the Goodwill finds that I consider hard goods. So first off, these dresser drawer pulls came in, I'm going to say like a boxed lot. So the lots are sometimes on a on a cardboard box, and you have to buy the whole thing. I didn't really, I wouldn't have bought these separately. They're a little bit thin, but they are very old, and I thought somebody would want them. So I went ahead and bid on the auction, and I also, in that same box, got this piece of pottery here, which, like I said, I have not looked up any of this. So I got these pieces right in this area. I believe the candlestick, this clock, this cup, this little dish, and these pieces. This might have also come on that box. These are, I'm going to call them iron, a wrought iron music note. I have 2 of those, quite heavy. Next up is this muff that I saw from across the room. I was way across the room looking at something else, and this came up, and I had not even seen this on the preview table, and I bid on this. So I don't have the paper in front of me of what I paid, but collectively I paid $7.50 for everything with the buyer's premium. I also bid on a lot of purses and handbags, all of them vintage, most of them in really good condition. So I did get this one here. I don't even think I looked inside this yet to see what it looked like inside. Nope, I didn't even look at the condition. It is a signed piece and made in Spain. So I will have to take a look. Nice and clean, beautiful leather. So that is the first purse of that lot. Next up is this little evening purse. It is all hand beaded and it has a rhinestone kiss clasp. See if I can get this open with one hand. And that's what it looks like inside. Joelle bags, made in Belgium. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm not sure how I'm going to clean this. This has to be really delicate. I will not immerse this. I probably will take a soft cloth to it first, maybe even a damp cloth. I see it has a few little spots that I hope will come out. I have actually sold this same type purse before, and I'm not sure of the maker. I don't think I'm going to be able to unzip things with one hand. Let me try. Let me try to see if we can get a name. Oh, I'm doing it. All right. Watch, after all of that, there won't be a maker's name. There it is there. Whiting and David, or Whiting David. Nice and clean inside. So I have sold that before. If my memory serves me correct, I think I got between 30 and 40 for this last time. Okay, this is the piece that I'm really excited about. This is Bergdorf Goodman, and it is a shell. Let me just pull this tissue out. I think the woman who owned it stuffed all of her purses with clean tissue, thank goodness. And there is the label there, made in Italy, Bergdorf Goodman. See if I can get this too. There we go. And it has the chain inside. Next up was this little, I think this is like a glasses case, and it is a needlepoint with an angel. And this one here, now this has some, it looks like dust. I think this is going to be cleanable. Not sure about that. That is the clasp up top. Again, trying to do everything with one hand. Let's see if I can get this open. Okay, so what does that say? G-A-R-A-Y. Garay? Garay? I'm not even sure. And that is what it looks like inside. And the last purse, nope, I have a few more. I got this beaded purse here. Again, this needs a cleaning, but when the beading has marks or stains, a lot of times that comes off. This is what the inside looks like. It does have a little bit of repair needed there, which I will do. I'm able to sew that and disclose it. And I think that just says made in China, Hong Kong. So that is definitely vintage. Here's another piece, a black handbag. It just has some dust on it, so that should be easy to clean. And that is what the inside looks like. I'll have to hunt for a label. The last handbag that I saw, really excited about this, is this little wicker purse. I think this is a purse, right? Has a little strap, and look how this opens. It's like a basket with a top. Don't see a maker's label anywhere, but how good is this? I thought that was beautiful. Okay, so that is part of the purse lot that I purchased. Next up is this wooden, I think this is called a block press, and this is used for printing, where this is inked and pressed into, I'm gonna say paper, but I think you could use this on walls. I thought that would be stunningly beautiful, and it is carved out of wood. This is very old, and I think this is called block press. There's another name to this. I know a lot of times Indian cloth is done with this, and the term is escaping my mind right now, but I did win this one. What else? 2 vintage hats, men's hats. Look at the feathers on that. That's spectacular. And the black one underneath, again with feathers. And they both have labels inside. Nice clean condition. I will brush these clean with special brushes and sponges that I have for hats. Okay, I'm gonna go over this way. Quilts, can we talk quilts? I did bid on quite a few quilts. So I got 1, 2, which I'm gonna sell these together. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I might be missing somewhere. No, maybe it's just 6. Beautiful condition, really nice quality. Now they might have a few spots or stains. I will pre-soak these in probably an OxyClean solution right in the washing machine and then go on to gentle cycle wash them and hang dry. These 2 signs were part of a lot. They are just a plastic Lowenbrow decor, and that is what the back looks like. I'm gonna have to research these because I have no idea. I did not pay a lot for these. I think I paid a couple of dollars. Also from the auction, I bid on this beautiful print. I love stuff like this. I'm not Catholic. I don't know much about nuns or convents or any of that, but I just fell in love with this piece, and that is the name. I won't even try to say that. I'm thinking that might be German, and there is the marking, and there. So this is just a print. I'm not seeing a date right away, but I will research it. But I thought this was stunningly beautiful in any decor. I wouldn't mind this hanging in my house. I think it's just beautiful. I don't know. Should I keep it? I might keep it. Probably not, but I'd like to think I was going to keep it. And this gold frame mirror. I have sold quite a few of these on Facebook Marketplace. They always sell very quickly. I put Hollywood Regency in the title, even on Facebook Marketplace, and they sell within a couple of days. This part of the table is Goodwill, so we'll just separate things out. Oh, you know what? These few pieces are from the auction, and they were just pieces that came with one of the other lots I bought. So just some cups and things like that. That looks like great fun. All right, so this part of the table is Goodwill. I picked up these switch plate and outlet covers. I have never seen this before. It's like an enamel. I don't even know what to call this. Now they are plastic. Nope, they're metal with like a plastic piece over it. And they are peacock feathers. So as you can see, I paid $1.99 for them. Next up is this little belt or waist clip, and that is what it looks like. I paid $2.99. I think the original use of this is for one of the smaller flip phones, but I will sell it with maybe other suggestions, or just a case, a belt loop case. Some bowls with roosters on them. I don't even know who's making these, probably Pyrex or something like that. See if I can, or Corning. Okay, I'm gonna have to really research that later. Can't see what that says. I picked up these 4 glasses. I should have run a comp on these because these could be really common and not worth anything. I paid $4 for the 4, so at $1 a cup, I'm not worried if it winds up to be something, that's super common and doesn't bring a high dollar. I picked up this gorgeous dragon. He is on a wood base and has this mystical blue ball, glass ball. Now he does have a few condition issues. He's got a chipped fang, and one of his Medusa type hair things is broken. But I felt like he was good and I would pick him up. What did I pay for him? Let's take a look on the bottom. $4.99. So again, when something is just slightly damaged, but it's very good, I let the price point be my guide. Okay, some jadeite. What are these? Fire King? I forget what these are called. I haven't found these in a long time. Unmarked. So I will have to pull those apart, and I would have been happier if they had the glass tops. But for $2, again, I grabbed those. This is just a bag of Ipsy cosmetic bags that are new. So I did buy these for my personal use. I like to use these in my handbag and to keep myself organized. Sometimes these will hold like camera batteries and chips and stuff like that for when I'm filming, that I can easily identify which camera equipment is which. So I will have a series of these in my handbag, and I got them for $1.99. So that was a win. Okay, last few items from Goodwill. This beautiful folk art type box, and it is signed. Looks like Maritina or Martine, it could be. Let's take a look at the bottom. So it is a wood shaker style box, and it is painted Ursula. See, it looks like Martina, East Berlin, Pennsylvania, 1987, $1.99. Yes, please. So that is that little shaker type box. I bought this sailing ship for $4, all made out of wood. Free Spirit 2. Not sure what happened to Free Spirit 1, but I thought that was beautiful. As I was heading out, one of the employees was teasing me and said, "Hey, do you want a cat?" I said, "Yes, I do." It is a cat pillow. The whole thing is beaded, satin back, $1.99. He does have a few loose threads on his ear, and I thought I saw a few loose threads someplace else. I will give him a good wipe down, and just adorable. I thought somebody would want him. This is a set of Corelle. I don't pick up a lot of Corelle, but one thing nice about Corelle is, in my opinion, it's easier to ship because it's more sturdy. So let me flip it so you can see the back. That's what it looks like. I'm sure you're all familiar with Corelle. These are 10 plates for $3, so 30 cents a plate. Yeah, I could do that. I did check them. A few of them have a little bit of color wear, but no chips or cracks, so I went ahead. All right, so that is this part of the haul. Like I said, leave a comment down below, either with your favorite item or how do you think I did for $7.50 with buyer's premium at the auction. And I believe Goodwill was $88, and I have one rack of clothing and one big stained glass window. I'm very excited to show you, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so I have set up the window on my patio with the sun shining behind it, and this is just beautiful. I am in love with this window. I'm really hoping this does well, and this goes to someplace special, maybe somebody's house, in their kitchen. It would be stunning, or even in a church would be beautiful. It does have a few hairline cracks. It has one here, and I think this might be one here. There is no missing glass, and it seems that the lead is intact. These windows are leaded, and it could use, I don't know what this is called, caulking. There's a name for this. I've actually done that to windows before. Years ago, I had a potting shed with antique windows, and they all needed it why can't I think of what this is called? See this piece here? This is all coming out. But I don't think that's especially a bad thing. I think somebody, that's going to use it will put new, I'm just going to call it caulk. It's not caulk. And this, the paint naturally is peeling. I will probably scrape it and repaint it, but I might just sell it as is. So a few little cracks in the glass, but all the glass is there. Just a stunningly beautiful window, and I was thrilled to win this. So I will report back on Instagram when this sells. I did pay $190 for it, but with the age and with the beauty and the craftsmanship, the workmanship, I thought this was definitely something I was taking home. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Go out and get what's yours.